Hi, my name is Tyler.
My name is Jake.
And I'm Megan, and our topic is, can a work environment affect an employee's productivity?
Perfect. So I'm going to start off with keeping it healthy. So is it important to have a healthy work environment? Obviously, we all know the answer to this. But today we're going to discuss a little bit more of these specifics and how we can contribute to a more healthy work environment and things that go along with that. So like I said, everyone knows it's important to have a healthy work environment. I'm sure we all have experiences with healthy work environments or bad work environments. And I'm sure we can all agree that the healthy one is the one we prefer. And so what contributes to a healthy work environment? To start off, I'm going to share a video just going over some of the specifics of that. Give me just a moment. Let's see.
Do you enjoy going to work? Maybe there are days you dread. Or maybe there are chats you love and meetings you loathe. Or maybe it's the other way around. What is your perfect workplace? A positive workplace might have different details for everybody, but the result should be the same. An optimistic workforce with employees who feel empowered and enjoy coming to work. It means more collaboration, creativity, productivity, and profitability. The happier people are to be at work, the better customer service will be. The better the culture, the greater your company's reputation and recognition. Everybody wins in a positive workplace culture.
All right. So yeah, I love that video. It goes over just so quickly, just the specifics of a healthy work environment, all the things that can contribute to it, what we can do to contribute to it, and then as well, the amazing effects it has. So next, we're going to think back. Have you ever experienced a bad work environment? I want you to think about that and just think of maybe a specific example where you just were like, "Ah, I don't want to be here. I need to go somewhere else. This is just not what I want. I feel like maybe things should be better." Or if you have never had that experience, think of someone who has told you about an experience they had. I'm sure we've all, had a friend who was just like, "Oh, I just need to go work somewhere else." Like there's just so much gossiping in the office or harassment or whatever it may be, or there's just not enough positivity. And I actually had an experience where I am glad I left. I actually worked for a job where I felt like I was never noticed. I felt like I was just doing my work and no one was, they weren't encouraging me. They were like, just get your work done and we can go home. And I just couldn't stand it. I feel like I would come to work every day and I just wanted to go home as soon as I stepped in the door. And just like the video talked about, positivity is key. You want to be able to get up in the morning and want to go to work. You want to have that feeling like, oh, I can't wait to see this person today. I can't wait to tell this person, how yesterday went, how my night went. Just to be able to have those great experiences with those you work around and, not have that feeling like, oh, I just need to leave. I need to get out of here. So we're going to talk about why is a healthy environment important. So with that, I actually saw a survey that was done by Built In. It showed that over 90% of employees with a good view toward their supervisor or positive view toward their supervisor were more motivated to do their job. And then over 70% of the employees who had a negative view toward their supervisor wanted to quit. And anyone who's had a negative view toward your supervisor, I'm sure you just wanted the days to end. And those who have a great supervisor who makes you want to come to work and just, makes the environment such a great place to work, you just want to be there. You're happy to do your job. You are more willing to do better with customer service. If you're on the phones, like my current job, I'll make calls and I can find myself smiling and I'm just on the phone. They can't see me, but I just have the, I want to smile. I'm happy. So continuing with that, a manager, a supervisor can make or break a team. They are probably one of the most important roles just because they're the ones that are encouraging us. They're giving us the workload. And if they are breaking a team, they're not being encouraging or positive or, making sure that the environment is, positive. This is going to greatly affect productivity. This is going to cause a lot of issues, and it's going to start from your team on up. And as well, coworkers can have the same effect. If you have a coworker who's just, I don't want to be here, like I don't want to work, I'm just going to play on my phone. I'm gonna, just constantly, bully people or gossip. That's just gonna bring everyone down. And so without a good environment, employees won't have the motivation they need to do their jobs, and productivity, profits, everything will suffer. And this is something that a business just shouldn't have. And so we need to do better about always making sure we have a positive workplace. And, if your manager isn't doing that, try and find a way to help change that, find ways to do that. So I'm going to turn the time over to Jake with his section. Jake, I think you're muted.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So maintaining a healthy work environment is never easy. There are many elements that go into creating a healthy work environment, while also making sure that you're sustaining a positive atmosphere as well. One element that is a byproduct of a healthy environment, healthy work environment, is creativity. So when creativity is important is when you're in a setting, settings that lack continuity and constants, they require creativity. Increasingly less, we see assembly type work where people are just doing the same mundane task over and over again. Now it requires dynamic thinking and problem solving. Employees in today's workforce really do need to be able to problem solve and be creative with the solutions that they're trying to find. Things like open dialogue promote creativity as well as positivity. People come up with bad ideas from time to time. That's just how things are. But being sensitive about how they feel about their ideas and also letting them know that it's important that they do contribute while not discouraging their creativity. A positive work environment isn't just important for the sake of the employee. There are a lot of costs that come with poor morale in a work environment. One of those is employee health. Next slide. So according to the American Psychological Association, healthcare expenses are nearly 50% higher in high pressure environments. Additionally, healthcare expenses cost the US economy more than $500 billion annually. Next slide. So there's a lot of stats to take in here. I'm just going to go through them. Employee health affects many aspects of our daily life. 38% of employees end their day with hurting hands. 34% have difficulty sleeping due to stress-filled day. Approximately 1 in 5 workers have quit a job due to stress. Roughly 1 in 4 workers have been driven to tears due to workplace stress. Employee stress results in as much as $300 billion in lost productivity annually. 44% end their day with stressed out eyes. I know looking at a computer screen like most people do is very stressful on the eyes, the blue light. 62% of the workforce end their day with work-related neck pain. I assume it's from hunching over, looking at a computer screen all day. And a recent study found that 90% of doctors' visits are linked to stress. And then finally, stressed employees spend or cost organizations nearly 46% more in healthcare. Next slide. And so due to, lower or employees being sick or not really keeping up on their health, they're going to miss work. They're going to have to take a day. And so unscheduled absenteeism costs roughly $3,600 per year for each hourly worker. And for a salary worker, it's about $2,600 every year. Wage employees, that some of those costs are the wages that are being paid to these absent employees. Some of those costs are overtime pay to other employees who are covering the shift. Cost of management impacts the revenue for a time, and also the effort spent trying to make up for the employee lacking attendance. So those are just a few things that add to the overall cost of employees missing work. Next slide. So sustained motivation. Well, if you do have a culture of fear, a lot of people associate this with high pressure sales jobs, other different high pressure jobs. Employee burnout is pretty high in those sort of fields. And then you do have increased productivity short term. You can motivate by telling someone they're going to lose their job. They will be motivated to work harder, but it's not going to increase their willingness to work long term, and will decrease their productivity long term. Like we said in absenteeism, so happy employees miss less work, and so it costs you less. And then engaged employees have a higher quality work. They take pride in their work and want to work harder. Next slide. And then last one is employee churn. So long-term employees becoming experts in their field. They're able to stay in the same job, and they've seen everything pass through. They're able to be a more effective employee, and also do more work in less time and be more productive. Also, the longer you are at a company, you're going to strengthen your relationships. And so the stronger those relationships get, the better the environment is. And the better environment is, the more productive you are. You also avoid new hire costs and lapse in productivity during those off times when you are trying to find a new employee. And it costs companies a lot of money training new employees, as well as paying for recruiters to try and find new employees. Next slide. Okay, and I'm gonna turn the time over to Megan.
Okay, thank you. Hi, I'm Megan. So basically, positivity creates productivity. Positive work environments are simply easier to work in. We have given multiple examples and reasons as to why that is, and it's better for employees, bosses, supervisors, the company in general. It overall benefits to everyone. And just some small things that can help is collaboration, productivity, positivity, and creativity. Like in the video that Tyler shared, the positive work environment might look different for some people, but everyone needs it in order to be successful. So again, over 90% of employees are more productive when they have a positive mindset or view towards their work environment and their supervisors. And so imagine how much more successful your business could be if you just create a positive work environment. Also, on the flip side of that, 70% of people or employees want to quit in a negative work environment. And if you have 70% less of your employees, your business is going to flop and it's not going to be very good. Positivity can also decrease stress. Like Jake had mentioned, nearly 50% of medical bills are greater in high pressure environments. So for the business, this means that if you have a positive work environment, there are less healthcare bills and there are healthier employees, which means more productivity. And one of the statistics in the graphic that we showed, it says 1 in every 4 workers end up crying in a negative work environment, which is horrible. No one works best when they're emotional. Everyone needs to be calm and happy to be working. So again, positivity can create productivity and produces productivity, and everyone wins when this happens.